All right, we're gonna start in a minute. Press one if you can hear me. Press one if you can hear me. Supposed to be like I would go. I had to make some calls. We're gonna spend about a good solid hour because I gotta make some motherfucking moves. You know, we can tell that bitch ain't going nowhere. She ain't got shit to do. Okay. All right. Yeah, I see that. Shout out to the person that initially, you know what I'm saying, let me know that she was on some bullshit this morning. But she's been on some bullshit since yesterday, y'all. The reason why she didn't go live, talk about why she didn't go live as well. Like I said, I skimmed through the shit, and this is like, oh, okay. You know, I'm gonna read some of it. I ain't gonna read all that shit because, as we all know, she makes shit be what she wants it to be. You know, she tried to flag two videos over her. I got word that she tried to flag two of Sean videos as well. So, like I said, I'm gonna play some of this shit, and because basically today her video is about mine. I mean, about me and others. I'm pretty sure I didn't listen to all of it. Like I said, I'm gonna skim through some of this shit because I'm pretty sure y'all didn't seen. I mean, to heard some of it. She been on it. She will still get their pictures. Still got their pictures up. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know she's still live. I know she's still live. No, you know what I'm saying. I'm like I said, play some of it because she like to talk in circles. You know, as we all know, that's what she does. You know, she sit here and talks in circles for a reason because she doesn't really like to disclose why. She knows why. She knows why of everything. She's not fucking stupid. You know, just look at this bitch. Looks fucking pathetic. Posted the judge talked about him like a dog, right? But yeah, she's her time is gonna be coming. You know, it's gonna be coming. Well, just let her keep it up. Just let her keep it up. All right, let's go ahead and roll it.
StreamYard. StreamYard is kind of more user friendly if you're a beginner, but this one is like a little bit more complicated. Like I literally got to sit down and like really learn it about this dude. And I've spoken about this dude on my channel before because I kept saying that he was like sending me all of these emails and shit. And it was concerning because I was like, first of all, he makes all of this shitty content about me. And plus,
Oh, I make shitty content about her. Wow. So if I make shitty content about you, what does this say about you? I mean, your content as well. You know? No, she didn't bathe. Look at her. Fucking hair look dry.
he's like contacting me, and I thought it was like strange. Hold up, let me put the link to the blog I wrote last night because I
Oh, I'm contacting you, but it's kind of strange. But you're gonna put a link to the blog up. Oh, okay, okay, okay. When have I contacted you, Sansa Ray? See what it is, she knows that I'll put the address up where she's at. So oh yeah, she found that, see that, and it's like, it goes to show you that how she was stuck on the fact that she lost the case. But let me keep on going. Let me keep on going.
I wrote a blog about it. Now my blog is like really popular right now.
Oh, it's really popular. Look at her talking like a fucking teenager. It's popular right now. You mean it's, what I'm saying, it's lit? You know what I'm saying? It's going up, you know? It's popular.
For some reason, and I haven't really been promoting it like that for it to be as popular as it is right now. Um, but I was like, well, let me start promoting it more so people can start reading other um like entries on there. So hold on, wait. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna put the link to the live stream in the chat. As far as you said you came to unsubscribe. Why y'all announce when y'all unsubscribe from people? I'll
That's
never
what
understand it.
you said that
But you
before.
said you just came to unsubscribe to promote
Yep.
unity in our community, not all this separation. The whole Black Macho channel was about unity from the start. That's why the shit's
Nah,
called
I
Black
ain't worried about
Macho.
no damn unity.
But what
Bitch, you ain't never been on about no goddamn unity. You been about begging like a fucking bum, you know what I'm saying, and straight harassing that man for all this fucking time. It never was about no goddamn unity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you heard this shit. You heard this shit. Oh, it's been about unity. Ain't no unity and shit. Nothing about your channel says unity. No content whatsoever.
what's happening is when content is posted about men in a good way, men do not celebrate that content. And then here come women, speaking all of their negative stuff about men. Okay. If I make some content that's for women, I'm calling women.
Look at her. Just making up anything that sound good. Just making up anything that sound good. Nappy head ass bitch. Look at her. Talking about law. That's all her. Look at that shit. Look at it. Nappy is dry as fuck. Bitch, when the last time you all your fucking scalp?
Women out on shit. Here come a whole bunch of men.
Look at her. This how fucking her motherfucking hairline started. Her hairline started right where that motherfucking towel is. I mean that scarf is. All the way the fuck back there.
In my chats, in my comment section, being rude as shit about women, and don't let it be about a single mother. Because the next thing you know, shit, get ridiculous with men. Y'all worse when it comes to y'all harassment. Y'all don't know how to communicate effectively at all. Like, it's like terrible. And you could tell by the way that y'all act on social media. Like, Black men behave the worst on social media. You don't know how to communicate your feelings intellectually. And I'm glad I'm starting to see a lot more men starting to make more content that's more beneficial to the Black man. It could help Black men be better. But a lot of this content that y'all put out is so terrible. It's horrible. But damn near every.
She's sitting there trying to talk about everybody else's content. It's horrible. But it's the same bitch that be asking the chat, what y'all want me to talk about?
Every single podcast is like terrible for men. And I'm not saying for women it's terrible because you guys are talking about women and I'm a woman. No, it's terrible for the Black man. So anyway, my content is usually about trying to get people to unify.
Nah, ain't about no motherfucker trying to get people to unify. How you trying to sit here and try to get somebody unified? You sit here in the fucking hotel, bitch. How?
Both genders taking accountability. And what I've noticed is Black men particularly, when positive content is posted about y'all.
How can you tell these people are black or fucking white, Sansa Ray? Most of these motherfuckers don't even have profile pics. Come on now.
I do not celebrate that content. You don't share it. You don't comment. You don't say thank you. You know, nothing, right? It gets low views. Y'all don't care because it's not triggering you. It's not requiring that you review who you are as a person. It's
everybody needs to review who they are as a person, all except her. Review yourself. Why you keep coming on this motherfucker begging, asking for help? The simplest help that you should be doing as an adult.
not, like holding you accountable or responsible for nothing. You know what I mean? It's just giving you a compliment, saying the good things about you, and then that's it. And instead of y'all commenting and celebrating that content, you overlook it. Then you go straight to a video made by someone, it doesn't matter who it is, and this person might be saying something negative about black men. Next thing you know, the whole comment section is filled with a whole bunch of angry black men who finally found something that they want to say. That's weird.
See, she making the shit what she wanted to be. Nobody's sitting here looking for this shit like, oh, let me find content that hate black men. Let me find content that hate black women. It's the content creator themselves who they look for. They sit here and listen to your dumb ass because they know you're gonna say some dumb shit. They know you're gonna crash the fuck out on some bullshit. They know they're gonna sit here and watch you beg and tell your fucking problems all the fucking time. You come on the internet with your problems and your bullshit. That's all you ever been doing. That's what your channel's about. Listen to my bullshit and listen to me beg.
Unfortunately, I have said this on my channel a plethora of times. Endless times I have said over and over and over again that any type of positive content I post or any type of content that promotes unity inside of the Black community, people do not watch it. Okay, that shit has the lowest views imaginable because unity to y'all is boring as fuck. Positivity to y'all is boring as fuck. But if it's dramatic and it's a debate and it's something to argue about and it's damn gender divide and shit like that, y'all here for it. And I've said this. I mean, I have said this so many times, and I've said this in my comment section. I've said this in videos. I've said this in all kinds of posts. I've said this for years. I've been saying this. I've been saying this since 2016 because I was begging everybody in 2016 to unite.
Yeah, that's all you've been doing. Begging everybody. That's all the fuck you've been doing all this time. Begging. Like a fucking bum that you are.
Right? For some reason, I've noticed a pattern with people on social media. All y'all look for when y'all log on here is confirmation bias. That's all you look for. You look for content that
No, that's you. You want confirmation for people to sit here and talk bad about priests and everybody else. That's what the fuck you be looking for.
confirms what you already thinking. You don't like for your thoughts or beliefs to be challenged, so you don't go on.
No, that's you. Because you damn sure won't drop that motherfucking link, bitch. Now, where's the lie about that?
Social media and look for different things. Me, I like to see different perspectives and different.
No, the fuck you don't. You want everybody to follow your bullshit. You want everybody to buy your bullshit. The fuck up out of here.
People. There are other people out there that's like that, but it's rare. Okay. Majority of you love to see stuff that confirms your bias or your pain or your hurt or your negative perspective, negative narratives about the opposite sex. Those things y'all love to watch. It's your favorite shit. But when someone is trying to hold you accountable or responsible for your own poor decisions, behaviors, or someone is defending the opposite sex, you don't like it. If someone is encouraging you guys to love one another and stuff, y'all don't like it. That's not the top. Like when you are the type of person like I am, I'm a content creator, so I'm looking at all kinds of content, right? And anytime it comes to the Black community, I swear for a God, it's embarrassing almost. It's almost like
Yeah, it is embarrassing. It's embarrassing for a so-called high-value woman who claims she makes 6 figures to sit here and harass a man for 8 fucking years. Yes, it is.
I wish the Black community would just do better. Do better. That's all I promote is make better choices. Like, please, because just Lord. So anyway, this
No, make better choices. But look where you at, Sans, right? Is that a better choice? Look where you at. Look at the position that you're in right now.
This particular live stream is particularly about male privilege and how I'm seeing it being misused. Now, this morning, I was watching this clip of this podcast where this guy was talking about how there's a
No, this morning she watching those clip of this podcast, but did jump her ass in the shower. She probably didn't even bathe her son before he left off. Why? Because she been up all fucking night typing all that shit. She was up all yesterday, sitting here flagging fucking videos. That's all this bitch does. That's all this bitch does, y'all. All fucking day. The bitch ain't got no job. And how you ain't got a job? You sitting here looking all dry facing like your shit cracked up and your fucking hair all fucked up. You know? You can look for all this shit, all except a fucking job. Then you wonder why we call you a bum.
war on black men, right? And it's funny because I like posted a thread about it. Like I'm on threads a lot. Like threads.
Yeah, she on threads a lot. She ain't on Indeed or Monster.com, but she on thread a lot.
This is my Twitter. Okay, so threads is my Twitter. So I was posting about how when dirty deeds are exposed, the past of black men are exposed, somehow that is interpreted as a war on a black man. And then it's almost like it's perpetuated, or society is trying to perpetuate it as if somehow black women are behind fueling that war. Okay. And I think that's purposely being done to us. I think that there are people out there pulling strings to fuel a division amongst the black community for various reasons. Okay. It could be any reason. And when I look out into the world and I'm looking at everybody on social media and I see who is the wealthiest in our world and who has the most education in our world and who is the least likely to succeed in the world, oftentimes, of course, is white people that are doing well. Um, the people who are
Right. Here it comes. Somebody said it too. Here it comes. Oh, we doing so bad as black people. But the white people, oh, they doing good. Wow. But I get this is just a tactic, y'all. That's all it's about. This is a tactic, you know what I'm saying, for her to motherfucker sit here and slick talk, you know what I'm saying, all some extra bullshit. Knowing damn well she's not even motherfucking following up on her own advice.
in Dubai are doing well. And then when you look at Africans are doing well. But then when you look at who's doing the worst, it's African American men. And I'm not sure why.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, Sasha Ray, let's just keep it 100. Why do we see so many black women, more black women? No, I ain't gonna say so many. So many black women that's like you, sitting up in a hotel with 4 or 5 kids, trying to blog. Why is that, Sasha Ray? Knowing damn well they need to go out and find a job. We got quite a few black women that's out here promoting staying in the shelter. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the cool thing to be and the cool thing to do. Trying to blog. They should be looking for a job, just like you should be looking for a job. But no, you coming on the line, sit here talking all this extra dumb shit when you don't know damn well you need to get your life together. Blogging, that's not going to help you get your life together.
It's like that. And when I think about male privilege in general, like just being a man in general, how much I want to say, how much freedom you guys have to be able to do and be whoever you want to be. It it boggles my mind that Black men haven't excelled a lot more than they have. It's like confusing me. Like when I think about
That's a lie. That is a motherfucking lie. Y'all heard this fucking narrative? Well, y'all heard this narrative? And if you getting this shit off the internet, you definitely fucked up.
when we talk about Black women always bragging about their education and their degrees and their cars and their whatever, and on social media, a shit ton of Black men are sick of hearing that shit, right? And it's just like you could only be sick of hearing a woman praise her education and her money and her cars and her houses and shit if you don't have it, right? So why aren't Black men more interested in getting their own education, their own cars, their own money and shit like that in a healthier way than the way that they're attempting to try to get it now, right? I think that when it comes to this male privilege, I think Black men understand that they are somewhere at the bottom of that totem pole, basically. And in order to make them feel better about themselves, they have to find someone to stomp to feel better, right? So who do they attack? Black women.
Oh,
Because a
I know
Black
it.
woman,
I know it. I know it.
when you're factoring
I know it. I know it. See, she's trying to make this about her situation. That's all she's trying to do. That's why she's talking like this. She's trying to make this about her situation. And every Black woman is sitting in the hotel, Sansaray. But for the ones who are, they made bad choices and bad decisions for the most part, like you did. You know? Why would you sit here and try to plan a pregnancy? You ain't got no fucking job or no insurance. Your boy came into the world to a motherfucking bum ass mother and a broke ass mother. Explain that. The internet had to help you with that, remember? The internet has to help you with everything. Remember Black man helped your monkey ass? Uh-huh. But now, you know what I'm saying, Black men, you know what I'm saying, they got more privilege. Nah. We the most sought after the motherfucking most with the motherfucking target on our fucking back. So you need to stop with the bullshit. Because you didn't one thing you didn't remember, you got a motherfucking Black boy that's over there that's gonna be in the same position that we are in as Black men. So you need to motherfucking think twice before you get talking all this shit.
in male privilege has less privilege than them, women of their own race, because they recognize that African American people in general are at the bottom, right? So when you think about all of the other races and everything everybody else is doing, African American people are at the bottom. So when you're an African American man and you have privilege because of your manhood, you're aware of this and you need to feel better about yourself because maybe you failed when you didn't get the job that you wanted, or you did.
Bitch, I haven't failed shit. Everybody said my motherfucking progress. Bitch, just because you've been out there 8 motherfucking years and you ain't shit and you still ain't gonna be shit. Ain't made shit out of yourself, not none whatsoever. 8 fucking years you've been out there in Northern California. And you still ain't shit. Explain that. Bitch, I've been out here motherfucking shit less than 3 years. And I excel tremendously. Why? Because I put in some motherfucking work. But can you say that about Science Ray? Nope. 8 fucking years, y'all. The bitch been out there. And she still ain't shit. Ain't made shit of herself. Look at it. She right back to fucking square one. Just how she came in there, motherfucker. Right back in the motherfucking hotel.
Didn't get the woman that you wanted, or you didn't get blah 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 that you wanted. What do you do after that when you really don't know how to deal with the systematic oppression that's been placed upon you?
Oh, okay. Well, if I'm dealing with the systematic oppression that's placed upon me, you know what I'm saying? I work over it and through it. I don't quit. No whatsoever. I don't come to motherfucking YouTube begging. I get out there as a man. Get it, whether it come fast or whether it come slow. I don't come on this motherfucker begging. I don't come on this motherfucker crying for help like you. I don't use excuses. None whatsoever. As long as I got 2 feet and 2 motherfucking hands, bitch, I'm gonna make it happen. Can you say the same for yourself? Nope. You was in Atlanta doing the same shit, begging like a fucking bum.
What do you do? And it's not healthy what's being done, but this is what's happening. But in the eyes of a Black man who has male privilege, what's not being understood is that when you do what you're doing, when you attack Black women on YouTube or Black...
I told y'all. I told y'all. She is making this shit about her. Wow. That's why this shit is a fucking hilarious. It really is. This bitch didn't have shit to talk about at all. You could tell she did. Look at her.
Women on whatever social media platform that you're on, when you do it, you're already harming a person who's already injured, because as an African American person, you're already just injured because of so many systematic things that you can't control, right? But there's this disassociation that Black men have when it comes to Black women. So anytime a Black woman is tormented or disrespected or devalued or not appreciated or whatever, unalived, violated in any type of way, that's okay to the Black man who has been using the only male privilege that he has to make him feel better about his own manhood. You feel what I'm saying? So when my comment section, like a lot of the videos that I have that are about single mothers, okay, I made a video about a single mothers and how dating a single mother, if you don't want to date a single mother, that's okay. That's your personal preference, right? But you have to understand the men that do date single mothers are better men than you. And the reason why they are better men than you is because it takes you having to be an exceptional man to even be able to handle that responsibility. Okay? Now, it doesn't mean that you a good man if you are stepfathering but not taking care of your biological kids. That
Okay. Okay. Y'all heard this motherfucker? You hear this shit? Now she's throwing a slight back at priests. Wow. Wow. So what do you say about the single moms that keeps, you know what I'm saying, the child from the biological father's house, Ray? What do you say about that? You ain't gonna mention that?
that defeats the purpose. You know what I mean? Like you just crush the whole, you know what I mean? Like whatever you was building or you thought you was building is still broken. Your kingdom is still like in ruin. But in order to be a stepfather and raise children from the time they're like, I don't know, like my son's age, for instance, my son is...
No, you want to make your son an example. Okay.
Seven. If a man was to come into my son's life right now and be a stepfather, he would be a phenomenal man. My son is about to hit second grade.
Oh, he about to say second grade, but reading at a motherfucking zero grade level. Oh, okay. So, phenomenal man supposed to come in and help this motherfucking ain't shit bitch right here. You know, she got to get out of the situation. Look what she in, y'all. Just look at the state of position that she in right now. He got to help you get your hair done. You know what I'm saying? Got to help your ass lose weight. He got to show you how to clean up. He got to help you look for a job. He got to help Justy speak. Matter of fact, he got to help you watch shit. He got to tell you when to wash your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of work, Sansa Ray. You know, you don't even have the basics in order. That's a lot for a phenomenal man to come in doing. It really is. You ever thought about that? Why don't you get yourself together? That way you can lighten up a phenomenal man, you know what I'm saying, life to where he'll accept you and your son. Why don't you try that first?
He's still young. So it's like coming into my son's life at this time is so perfect because
Oh, it's so perfect. Oh, really? Oh, okay. You keep thinking that.
he could get to mold my son. And that's the scary part. Because when I look out into the world and I see the majority of Black men commenting and
You look out to the world and you see majority of men, Black men commenting. Sounds great. I don't know if you tune in with life, but there's a big percentage of people who don't go off what they see with the internet on the internet in their reality. They just don't. It doesn't make sense, Ray. So when you claim you're looking out to the world, you're making us think that you're actually looking out your window right now when you're not. You're looking in a internet window. That's just two different things, Sans Ray. The shit online is not, you know what I'm saying, what it is in real life. It just ain't. So your reality that you need to look out of is that motherfucking curtain right behind your regular ass and tell me what you see. That's life.
I guess it just depends on what platform I'm on. Because sometimes
Yeah, look, see what platform she on. No, you need to look out that window behind you. That's reality. But I know why you won't look out that window behind you, Sans Ray. Because every time you do look out that window, it's some shit that you can't handle. That's why you in that motherfucking position that you're in right now.
if I'm on, I only see a whole bunch of negative shit on YouTube. And
You see a whole bunch of shit on YouTube, negative shit on YouTube, but you steady come over here begging. You steady come over here begging. You see all this stuff on YouTube. YouTube supposed to be the horriblest place, but you always come over here to start begging. Why is that, Sansa Ray? Somebody need to go ask that. If YouTube the most horrible place, Sansa Ray, why do you come over here and ask for help?
on Facebook. When I get on Threads and Instagram, it's a whole nother kind of man on there. Like it's a whole different type of dude. I mean, they're educated, they are financially stable, they're teaching on there, they're mentoring on there. It's a completely different space. And so I see them, but it's still like way more women over there, right? It's men over there, but it's way more women over there, right? But then you get on YouTube and you get on Facebook, and the Black community is as large as it is, and it's predominantly male, like on YouTube. But it's like the worst of the worst kind of men. I'm talking about men that have committed like long-term crimes, and they have criminal history, and they're felons, and they're, disrespecting women, and watching a lot of red pill content, and content that's terrible for a Black man, that can only hurt you more as a Black man.
But your content is good for Black women, eh, man? That's what you're saying? Your content is good for black men and women, sounds right. That's what you're saying. We just sat here and watched you terrorize a man's life inside out for 8 fucking years. Now, I'll make a deal with you, Sans Ray. You tell me one content creator that's harassed and stalked and talked about their ex for 8 plus fucking years on YouTube. Show me one black male content creator, and I'll shut my damn channel down right now. Show me one black male content creator that has stalked, harassed his counterpart, his ex counterpart, for 8 fucking plus years.
That content is celebrated here. And so it's unfortunate because there needs to be more positive spaces for men. You know what I mean? That isn't focused around disrespecting women or complaining about a black woman or, you know, what a high value man is and oh, we hate single mothers and all of that foolishness right there. It's like what black men need to be talking more about is how to use their male privilege, you know, how to use it to build infrastructure, to make more money, to start more businesses, to buy more land, to, you know what I mean? Shit that.
Oh, to buy more land. Why you gonna sit in a fucking hotel, bitch? Really? Buy more land. Why you sitting in a hotel? How you gonna pay the taxes, Sansaray? How are you going to pay the taxes on that? Would you gonna come online and beg for taxes? Right now, ordinary love. Life is literally passing her by. 8 years it has. She won't even open up the curtains to set the tone for the day. Exactly. She won't look out her real fucking window. Nah, when is she gonna come to? Is YouTube, the most dangerous and worst place on earth. That's the window she wanna look in. But she ain't gonna look out that motherfucking real window right behind her. You said, put on some clothes, hit that bus line, and go come up on some work, girl. Damn, exactly. That's all it takes. Nah, she gonna come her, you know what I'm saying, online to see what's going on. That's not reality. It really ain't. It really isn't. And that's why she's getting passed up day by fucking day, just like you said. And it's pathetic. But you sit here and ask what grown ass woman do that? Oh, you talking against black women now? No, it's shit. It's real. This shit right here. This is not life. Online is not life. Online is a bunch of motherfucking commentary, good and bad. This is not life.
If you was in Africa and you sat down and you had a conversation with African men, the conversation would be extremely different.
How you know? How you know, Sansaray? You ain't been to Africa. If anything, they're gonna be call you all types of cutters, or katas. And if you don't know what that mean cotton pickers. If you was over there in Africa.
Because they're having conversations about basically being royalty. But black men aren't having these conversations. You understand? In America. And so for me as a black woman, and I'll be 45 in June, which is wow.
Right. Wow. 45 in June, you still ain't shit. Wow.
I've been through a lot. I lived through a lot. Right. So, like, wow. Where's my hold on a moment. I need my coffee cup. Because it has my there it goes. Hold on.
Look at this shit, y'all. Look at this shit. Look at this goddamn room. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I tell you, this bitch is pathetic. She really is. Get on a dingy black top. That motherfucker discolored like a motherfucker. That motherfucker ain't fully black no more.
To be in this world and constantly be, hey, Bubbles, constantly be someone who isn't protected. And I'm continuously having to defend myself against a whole bunch of men online. It's weird.
No. What you mean defend yourself against a whole bunch of men online? Defending yourself about what? You don't do shit. What people are doing, men and women, is calling you out on your bullshit, your scams, your lies. But you're using the men, you know what I'm saying, as motherfucking bait and just want to put the blame all on the men. No, it's women doing it as well, Sasha Ray. So let's stop with the bullshit.
It's weird. Portia, I wish I could highlight your comment, but I can't. But it says, before I had children, I wouldn't date a man who had children. It didn't make me less than a woman who I chose to date men with children. I think it's your choice. I didn't say it makes you, listen.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You said the opposite way, though. I mean, for the opposite gender. Come on now. Look at you. Now you want to change it up since a woman said something.
Men and women are not equal. When a woman decides to do what women do, which is nurture a child, because we're just naturally nurturers and shit. We're the ones that give birth. We're the ones that take care of children, nursing and shit like that. That's common for a woman. What's uncommon is for a man to do that same shit. So when a woman decides to be a stepmom, that's why the word is like, oh, okay. She's going to take on that responsibility. You know what I mean? So as a woman who doesn't want to date men who has children, we're not saying it makes you less of a woman, because it's genuinely part of your makeup to nurture children.
Bitch, you're not making no fucking sense. None whatsoever. You're not making no fucking type of sense.
So if you don't want to nurture another woman's child, it's kind of like, okay, doesn't make you less of a man. I mean, of a woman. I mean, especially if you haven't had kids before, it's like, yeah, get you. Honestly, I feel like the only people that can really truly be decent stepmoms are either women who were taught how to raise children by their mothers or their sisters or whatever, or they've had children before. So if you've never experienced children in the capacity of like a daycare center or some shit like that, as a single woman, I wouldn't suggest you to suddenly become a stepmom. You understand? Now, when men decide to become not date single mothers, right? Your dating is your preference. The reason why I say that men who do choose to do that are exceptional men is because when you are already a leader of a household, right? Your own household, without even a woman being there, and you decide to open up your household, your money, your resources, and begin to take care of an entire family that was broken by another man, it's a whole nother situation. You know what I mean? It's a whole nother ball game, because men and women aren't equal. I just said there's such thing as male privilege. The whole live stream is about male privilege. So everything that men do is looked at very differently than what women do. So I'm not saying a man is less of a man if he doesn't decide to be a step parent. I'm not saying a
You just said that, Sasha Ray. We just fucking heard you. Bitch, do you know what the fuck you over there said? Nope.
woman who doesn't decide to be a step parent is less of a woman. I'm saying when you got a man and a woman standing there with someone who's a single parent and both of them have decided, I'm going to be a step parent. The reason why it's more impressive for a man to do it is because he is literally taking over everything. I'm talking about it's more of a responsibility for a man because men are leaders of households. Okay. It's more of a responsibility. A woman coming in and being a stepmom, she's only taking in part of a responsibility. Okay. A lot of times, the mothers of the children that she is step parenting are still active. Most times, they're still active. So, 9 times out of 10, she's barely going to see these kids, honestly, because they'll be at their mom's most of the time. You know what I mean? Now, there are some single fathers out there who need full time care for their children, but oftentimes, majority of the time, when a man is remarrying someone, his children are left with their mother. So when you come into the situation as a stepmom, it's a very different situation if you was coming in as a stepfather. Because as a stepfather, dealing with a single mom, it's more of a responsibility because a lot of times those fathers who are not present, they're literally absent across the board. Not, oh, he's still around and we're co-parenting. The pattern I've noticed with the African American community is that majority of us have a difficult time with co-parenting. Now, I didn't have that issue with my daughter's father. My daughter's 25. We still don't have that issue. We talk all the time. We was talking yesterday. We just don't have that issue. And even when I give people advice on how to have a smooth co-parenting experience, a lot of people still don't know how to put their feelings to the side.
Like you. And you the parent that don't. You want to make everything about your regular ass. That's all you want to do. Because you didn't make anything about that boy like you're supposed to. You wouldn't even be in this situation that you're in right now.
They don't know how to relax. And I get it because I know for me, I wouldn't want my children to be around anyone I'm having a difficult time with. You understand? It's like, how do you leave your children with someone you can barely trust? So I see how emotions kind of fly with people. But that's what I meant when I said that. It doesn't make you less of a person or anything like that. Um, but I think as a single mom, I get dogpiled on often, especially by other men. And I think that's the reason why there's certain women out there, especially if they are a single mother, they want the validation of a male so badly. Because, and I said this before, women be needing covering because people, a lot of people won't take women seriously unless a man vouches for them. So a lot of women out there who are intellectual, they may be smart, they may be wealthy, they may be blah blah blah, but you ain't got no man. People use that as like a insult, but you ain't got no man because in society, women are often considered less than if we don't have a man vouching for us, and that's unfortunate. Let me put my glasses on. Yeah, I feel like when I got married, my husband had hold up, I'm looking at a good wait a minute, let me scroll up. My choices develop my own kingdom. That doesn't make them a better man. It does make them a better man. Ronald Reagan, it does make them a better man. And men hate to hear me say that. They
Look at
hate that shit.
look at him.
The reason why it makes them a better man, we're not talking about your choice. Like you're saying, this is what Ronald is saying. Ronald is saying, because y'all can't see it because I can't highlight um, comments onto the screen when I'm using like regular YouTube to stream. So Ronald is saying that doesn't make them a better man. My choice is developing my own kingdom, so to speak, with a woman, just like a woman may prefer a man with no kids. What I'm saying is, it does make you a better man when you decide to be a stepfather, and you can still create your own kingdom while simultaneously repairing another. That's how powerful men are. You guys are leaders. You need to give yourself a little bit more credit than that. You got way more power and strength than a lot of you are willing to use. And that's unfortunate about when it comes to Black men, because you guys are leaders inside of the community. And instead of using your power to help repair it, you're okay with it falling apart. And then you wonder why the rest of the world doesn't take you seriously as a man. It's because you let your community fall to pieces, because you blame women for why men abandon their children, and then you see these children walking around in the street without any male leadership, which you know that children need just as much as they need their mothers. But you see them, and instead of helping repair that part of the
Now you see how she's trying to guilt trip men. You hear this shit? She's sitting there trying to guilt trip men. We see single mothers all the goddamn time. We ain't trying to help. No, okay.
community, you would prefer the community to fall the fuck apart, and then you expect all these other men in the rest of the world who repair their communities on a regular to look at you as if you are representing what manhood should be, or that you are on the same level with them when it comes to manhood. You're not. But as a leader, as your community is falling apart and they can see all that shit, they don't respect you because you don't have any leadership skills. You suck ass in that department. And we're just talking about collectively. Like, they don't look at your particular experience, you by yourself, and say the Black man is great. They're looking at how majority of you deal with your community. So they don't look at the minority of Black men who are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're looking at how many single mothers are out here raising.
Y'all heard this shit? She is trying to guilt trip the Black man because she's in the situation that she's in. Since the Black man ain't trying to help Sansaray get out their goddamn hotel, we ain't shit. Wow. Goddamn, Sansaray. Really? Oh, okay.
Raising children alone. They're seeing our communities fall apart when they come into our communities. There's trash everywhere, homeless people everywhere, drunks everywhere, crime every motherfucking where. It's awful. In predominantly Black communities, and we're not talking about that minority of Black communities where the whole block, the whole neighborhood is like wealthy. I'm not talking about Baldwin Hills in in Southern California. I'm not talking about those neighborhoods where it's a strip of mansions and everybody on that street is wealthy and Black. I'm talking about majority of the Black neighborhoods are all riddled with poverty. And instead of Black men coming together as one unit and saying, we're going to fix these communities, we're going to clean up these communities, and all of these children who are walking around without fathers, we're going to create mentorship programs. We're going to encourage men to be better fathers and take care of the children that they left behind. But that's not what y'all do. You guys do not hold these men accountable or responsible for abandoning their children. You don't care.
No. So stop with the bullshit blaming, bitch. First off, motherfuckers gonna do what the fuck they want to do, Sansaray. We're not responsible for people's choices. They choose to make their choice, whether to abandon their child or to walk away, whatever the case may be. That is on them. Now, as a community, whoever decides to come together and help the community get better than what it is, that's totally different. We're going to deal with what we got in front of us. We're not going to sit here and go find these guys who abandon their kids and put them, you know what I'm saying, on Front Street. That's their choice. So don't sit here and try to blame black men because you're in the situation that you're in now. No, you're in the situation that you're in now because that's where you chose to be. Everybody don't choose to be in a motherfucking extended stay hotel like you, bitch.
You just blame the single mother. Bitch, you should have made better choices. No, these men should have been better leaders. Yeah, women need to choose better men. But and I say this all of the time, but it's like, if there were more good men to choose from who were black, it would be difficult for a woman to make a poor choice because there would be an abundance of good men. And please miss me with the all of the women are sleeping around with the same man. No, because there are black communities all over the United States. We don't all have access to the same men, but somehow we continue to have the same outcomes with men that we haven't even, met before. You know what I'm saying? We're having the same outcomes. So that means that there's something happening within our community, our race of people, that needs to stop.
Facts right here. No ordinary love. I say your name right? Yeah, no ordinary love. Facts. She don't know about that though. She really don't.
Stop being passed down to one man to another logically, right? So when I say that black men are exceptional men and better men than the average man when they decide to be a stepfather, it's because they're applying these leadership skills that are out of this world. They're like taking their intelligence and their resources and what they learn to be and who they are to help another person that isn't even biologically connected to them be better. And that is such a fucking selfless act across the board. You got to have a decent ass character to do something like that. And again, I'm not talking about men who playing stepdaddy to kids who are like damn near grown, or men who are playing stepdaddy to kids and not taking care of their own children. Those men still have character flaws. I'm not talking about those men because a lot of those men are only attached to those children because those children are attached to the pussy he wants to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? Or the new supply he has, whom he wants to use for resources or traveling or money or housing or whatever the case may be. When a man is a full-blown leader, he literally got that shit under control across the board. And it takes you being exceptional to want to build your own kingdom or already started building your own kingdom and then see another one that's in ruin and rescue a motherfucker and be like, I see that you got kids. I'm going to help you with your kids because they don't need to be out here in these streets causing more crime and wreaking havoc because you don't have the patience and the time to even sit with them and mold them into being a better person because you got to go out every day and go to work.
Well, the problem is you don't got no job. And you don't gotta work. So that means you should be teaching your son how to be a better man. Not some new random John. You know? Once again, you need to open that motherfucking curtain behind you and see what's reality. And stop coming on this goddamn internet with this bullshit. That's the fuck you need to do. And go wash your ass.
And you barely even see your kids. Women cannot sit here and be 100% mom and 100% go to work and 100% all of these different things. Something is going to fuck up along the way. So a lot of times single mothers, they got sons and shit, They're always away working, and their sons are often.
What you're not away working, Sansaray. You don't even help your son read. You don't even help your son talk. So why don't you try to do that first, then come back and complain about, you know what I'm saying, men that bad in their children.
By themselves. That's one of the things that me and Ace Metaphor could connect with, because when he was a kid, his mother was working so much he was always by himself.
Oh, keyword, she was working. Sansaray is not working. Sansaray is not working. But his mother was working.
He was always alone. So he became so independent and so hyper independent. And it helped him become, as successful as he is today. But his mother not being present definitely harmed him in other ways. Just like every other man who's grown up with a mother who may be financially in a decent place, but she's not present as a mom. Kids need both of their parents. Kids need for their mom to be there nurturing them and shit like that. And they need for their dad to show them character and leadership. That's all I fucking know. You're not listening, T. Men and women are not equal. I'm talking about men. I'm not talking about women. You're saying, how? It doesn't make me a better woman being a stepmom. You're not a man. Do I need to go over this again? Do I need to go over this again? I'm not saying leadership skills mean that a man with no children has to get with a woman who has children. I'm not saying that. I'm saying a man with leadership skills is the only man that can.
Now people in that chat are calling her out. And she's still trying to sit here and try to express her opinion to everybody. You know? She don't realize that she's talking and overlapping some bullshit. And it's all a big bundle of, you know what I'm saying, of trash, what she's talking. She's saying one thing, but then she's saying another.
Can get with a woman who has children. A woman who has children can't be with a man who doesn't have it. And it's okay for women, like when we start talking about marriage and shit, because I know you about to do that tired ass marry before you carry already. See that stupid shit coming. That
Oh, it's stupid shit. No, it ain't stupid shit. That's common sense. Marry before you carry is not stupid, Sansaray. That's common sense.
Tired ass marry before you carry bullshit. Women need to stop bringing children in this world. A woman can't bring a child into this world without a man's permission.
No. Fuck out of here. You only be opening your legs until you motherfucking marry, Sansaray. That's basically what it's saying.
We need permission. We can't just give birth.
It ain't no motherfucker. Get the fuck up out of here. What woman you know come up to a man asking for permission? Can I have your child? Come on.
We can't just see a man we love and be like, you know what? I think I'm going to have his baby, and then bing, next thing you know, we pregnant without his permission. Fuck you mean? Then women still out here getting married. And like I said before, earlier in the live stream, there are women who were married, who had children, got divorced, and they haven't seen the fathers of their children since the ink dried on that motherfucker.
Yeah, stop lying. Get the fuck up out of here. Look at her. You know, oh man, really? Get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit. I ain't saying it never happened, but that shit is not happening frequently like that, Sansaray. So stop with the bullshit. Look at her. She even got a face like, yeah, let me lie right quick.
Contract. So when a man comes along and he's taking care of this woman with her children, he's in a different place as far as leadership goes. Stepmoms and stepdads aren't equal. Oftentimes when a man is coming into a woman's life being a stepdad, he's sacrificing a lot more.
Yeah, Purple Diva, I seen that shit. Somehow I got some charges added on I don't even fucking know about. Once again, the birth date is wrong again. I what she's Googling this shit, who knows? But it's the same MO with this bitch, you know. I said I was gonna read some of it. The shit was fucking hilarious, you asked me. It was. This shit was so fucking hilarious. Like, oh, okay. So basically, she's saying that I'm over here making videos, lying to you guys about her lying. Oh, okay.
Than a woman who's coming in being some dude, some kid's stepmom, because 9 times out of 10, his kid's mother is present, and those children aren't usually in his household to begin with. Oftentimes, those children are with their mother. Now, there are men out there, like I said before, who are single fathers who need women to come in and be stepmoms. But even then, with those women coming in and becoming stepmoms, they can come in and nurture and care for the kids. Meanwhile, he's out working, which is the dynamic a family is supposed to be, right? That's one unit right there. It's easier for a man to bring in a stepmom than it is for a woman to bring in a stepfather, because stepfathers have significantly more responsibility than a stepmom does. Even if the mother is deceased or not involved with the children, it's still like men are leaders. We're talking about male privilege here. Women and men are not equal, will never be equal, especially not when it comes to society. They're not looking at us as equal. They're looking at men being better than women for whatever reasons. Is that true? Don't even fucking matter.
Yeah, it does matter. But I'm finna fast forward this shit. This is bullshit she made up in her own fucking own goddamn fucked up mind. And I refuse to listen to this bullshit. I mean, it's pathetic. She's making everything equate back to her bullshit. That's all she's doing.
No young lady without children. Get a woman with kids. That's not what's being said. Are y'all slow?
Now,
am I reiterating this properly?
Now everybody's slow. We know what the fuck we heard. You saying one thing, now you saying another.
Or just people just being slow just on purpose. How many times again? Hello? Like, what? Listen.
Like I said, bitch, drop that motherfucking link and you understand everybody better.
Get whatever woman you want to get with. If you don't want to be with a single mother, don't be. But please understand that the men who do choose to do that, they're better men than you. The reason why is because it takes a phenomenal character to be able to do something like that. I don't give a fuck if your grandparents did it, your parents did it, or didn't do it, or grandparents didn't do it. It has nothing to do with that. We're not talking about that right now. What we're talking about is people always putting down step parents. It's particularly stepfathers when they.
No. What we're supposed to be talking about is male privilege, Sansaray. Remember? Before I fast forward through some of this shit.
You may decide, hey, you in your 20s, you could easily find another person who's in their 20s who doesn't have kids, and you could start a family with them.
Yeah.
Hard to find. That's number one. Number two, emotional intelligence. I'm already 45, so that lets you know I'm a woman. So my emotional intelligence is way up here. I learned valuable lessons. I'm a life coach. I'm certified. I went to college for psychology. So
Hold on. You went to college for psychology. Really, bitch? If you went to college for psychology, why the fuck are you sitting here saying all this dumb bullshit? Make it make sense to me.
sociology I learned, theology I learned. There's so many things I know about the human experience, emotions, things like that. He also has to be emotionally intelligent and be able to teach me something as well. That's hard to find. Okay. Doubt if that's a man who doesn't have kids. Because usually when you bring another person into the world, you're different. You learn a lot from those people that you bring into the world. So anyway, now that we got those two out of the way, right? He has to have some type of structure and already built something already. Okay. So he's already built like a lifestyle, a home. The structure needs to already be there before I get involved with him at all. And as far as I can tell, a lot of men over 30 have not built anything. You got
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Wow. Very interesting. They haven't built nothing, Sansaray. Well, that means they probably doing the same thing that you're doing. Being a bum. Bums attract other bums, Sansaray. You ever thought about that?
guys don't think beforehand a lot. You don't have any money saved away to start a family.
Oh, says the same person who sat there played with a pregnancy app while staying in a steady state motel and didn't have no money herself. Came to the internet crying to get money. Now she's back on the internet crying because she ain't got no money. So, what money have you saved, Sansaray?
A lot of y'all don't even put money aside to get an engagement ring or
Oh, says the same woman who ain't putting no money to the side to get a house for her and her son.
to pay for a wedding or to pay for a home for your kids. You don't have any of that shit planned,
And you don't either. That's why you're attracting those type of dudes.
but you're out here dating.
Oh, what? Oh my God. The same bitch who claims she's out her dating. Wow. Look who's talking. My God. Look at you talking about yourself, Sansaray. Look at you.
Which is weird because what
It is weird, Sansaray. And you're weird as well.
you're supposed to do before you start dating.
Wow. But you sitting here in the Stint State Hotel trying to date. Oh, okay.
And I'm telling you, lust is so low energy, it's so low vibrational. It takes you off focus of what you're supposed to be doing as a man. That's why men who have sexual discipline are so appealing because they're thinking first. You're supposed to be putting your money together to prepare for when a woman comes along and you can provide for her and your children. Men don't even be thinking that way. Y'all are teaching each other how to juggle women because to you, the more women that you sleep with, the more you are a man. When that's not a part of manhood. And any person who's been a man or listened to men knows that. Like I don't have to be a man to know that because I've been around so many. I can listen to what they're saying and I immediately know, okay, this is a manly dude. Some men aren't manly. Some men care more about sex and juggling women and bullshit than they do about their education, their family, you know what I mean?
But it's the same woman who comes on her talking about exes who she's still reaching out to. Ex is supposed to be coming by to see her. Talking about police officers she want to motherfuckers hurry up and jump in bed with. And then just got to talking about how one of her ex's sex was so phenomenal. Wow. Coming from a bitch who's staying in the motherfucking extended stay hotel with no money and online begging like a fucking bum.
They're just not stand-up gentlemen. I mean, they might try to portray themselves to be that, but a lot of them are not. I said this too before that men need to learn how to protect their sperm. Um, Protecting your womb, I tell women don't even bother having children with men to begin with. Like I tell women all the time, celibacy and abstinence is what you're supposed to be doing with your life. But I mean, if you're gonna get pregnant, please keep in mind that there may be a time where you're taking care of children on your own by yourself, and you have to be okay with that. And that's why I encourage women like, don't have children. You know what I mean? Just live your life, stack your money. If you meet a decent guy, be married to him for a couple of years before you have children. That's what I think. And there's more than a 10% difference between women and men. And it being the difference between a woman and a man is not about genitalia. It's not just about genitalia. It's not just about a vagina and some breasts or a penis. You know what I'm saying? There's more to being a man and a woman than that. And the fact that that has to be explained is just weird to me. But to me, I think it's too many men out here who feel like they have no control over their sperm. Like they feel like someone snatched it from them in the night and stole it like a thief anytime a woman gets pregnant by them. And it's like, no, sir, you voluntarily laid there on multiple occasions and purposely impregnated someone. Like most times. But I do feel like men should feel more comfortable with keeping their sperm to themselves, because women at the end of the day need your permission. It's men out there selling women dreams. I'm telling you, it's men out there selling women all kinds of dreams, picket fences, houses, marriage, all types of things, just telling women anything.
And if you sit there and buy it, dumb on you.
Just to get those women to do whatever they want those women to do. A lot of men are.
Well, shit, if anybody say you anything, you ain't got too much to do. That's the logic in that part.
Out here living in the moment, and they're not thinking about their legacy.
Says the same chick who sat there and played with a pregnancy out, was living in the moment, but did think about now. Look where you at, Sansaray. Look where you at.
And there are women out there who, like we were talking in the live stream the other day, we were talking about women who always brag about not being pregnant, but they're the same women who get the abortions and the Plan Bs. There's a
Because it's their choice, Sansaray.
lot of women who are out here who are reckless, but they clean up the mess. You understand? Instead of just cleaning up their behavior so they won't have a mess to clean up. Because it's easy for you to be the type of woman that's like, listen, I'm dating, and I get it. It could get hard because a lot of people don't like to be alone. Sometimes I miss having a man around. Like sometimes I miss like just being held by men. I haven't been with a man in such a long time. I've been celibate for 8 years. Think about that. That's a long time, right? So for me, it's like the next time I'm like held in a committed relationship, it needs to be with a person who's, when they're holding me, they actually love me. So when I think about being held and being loved on, and who to spend my time with, it's easy for me to be by myself and selective when I think about the last person who was holding me that didn't genuinely love me and I didn't know. See, when you think of it that way, it's just like, even if you was being responsible with your body, because for me, I was being responsible with my body. I was, okay, I want to be married before I have another.
Okay. You're just being responsible with your body, but you never did go get no prenatal care. Make that make sense, Sansaray. Make it make sense. You was being responsible with your body, but you're sitting there having unprotected sex and didn't go get no prenatal care. But you was responsible though. Okay.
Kid. I want to make sure the man that I'm with loves me before I have a baby. You know, these were things I was thinking about. I had my son when I was 38. I wasn't in my early 20s just sleeping around with some random guy and I accidentally got pregnant. No, every time I've gotten pregnant, it's always been when I've been in a relationship. It's not, I don't know how women get pregnant by like first night stands or one night stands or people that they don't genuinely care for. Because in order for me to even have sex with someone, I gotta genuinely like them to some degree. Like I really gotta be like, I really am feeling you. You know, I think maybe when I was younger, I could have possibly had like a one night stand and been okay with it. But when you barely, but when you get, but when you get like closer to your 30s and shit like that, it becomes it's different. I mean, even when I was polyamorous, I couldn't have like sexual experiences when I was poly with just random dudes. It was always someone that I built like some type of friendship with. And polyamory isn't about having a whole bunch of different sex partners. It's about having a whole bunch of different relationships, romantic
Basically, sex partners, Sansaray. Stop with the bullshit. Stop with the sugarcoat.
relationships. So You have a connection with each person that you're with.
And you're fucking all of them. So stop.
There's a difference between promiscuity and polyamory, and a lot of people confuse the two. So being promiscuous is not something I really can say I've been interested in. Maybe when I was like, you know how you like when you're a kid, you kind of like a horny kid, maybe, I want to say. But as I got older, it was just like, I gotta like you. Like I have to be emotionally tied to you in some type of way. I can't just fuck you. It's just I don't. I don't know. I just can't. Um. Well, I don't think the reason why I don't think women should have more responsibility. I mean, women are naturally, like I said, going to have responsibility raising children, and I think women need to understand that they shouldn't have children unless they are like extremely prepared to raise those children alone. Even if they have like a husband or boyfriend, they got to really think about that they'll be taking care of those children alone. Because even if you listen to a whole bunch of wives, right? Listen to a whole bunch of wives talk about their children. Oftentimes, when they're talking about their children, they're talking about how their children are always coming to them for things and how they really come to their fathers. You know, even my daughter comes to me more than she comes to her dad for about stuff. It's just strange. It's like my daughter feels some type of way about asking her father for money, but will ask me for it. It's always been like that. She feel because I'm mom. You know, it's different. But I think both genders need to take that shit seriously because men can impregnate women and men are banking on that male privilege kicking in to where a woman gets silenced. Like you know how they try to silence women after out of filing for child support and holding men accountable and responsible for taking care of their children. Like
Oh my God. Really, bitch? Really? Y'all see how she veered off? And want to make her motherfucker her situation, everybody's situation. Oh my God. You fucking hilarious, bitch. You really are.
like people try to silence single mothers out of doing it. They try to make single mothers feel bad.
That bullshit. I ain't trying to silence my motherfucking kids, mother. Oh my God. And she talked about my ass for 8 years. Maybe for eight weeks, but goddamn, not 8 years.
If they want the men to provide for their children, right? I know for me, I would prefer a man to be physically present instead of him giving me a check to pay for a kid, right? I think that's a cop out to just give me a check. But what
Oh, you think it's a cop out to give you a check, but you the main one went down there and applied for a check. Oh, okay.
even society, even the law teaches women at the end of the day, they need to be trying to get money from them instead of requiring that
No, the law don't teaches them that. It's part of the law. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, Sansray. You're misinforming people, Sansray, on your bullshit.
these men be present, right? So oftentimes women are also, even though we're being force fed that thought process or that dynamic of you need to be uh, getting on these men about taking care of their children financially, they're still at the same time trying to make us feel guilty for doing it. So they'll tell us, you need to make sure that these men take care of their kids financially, file for child support. And then if we file for child support, oh, it's you a motherfucking gold digger because you need child support. If you can't take care of your children on your own, you don't need custody of your children and blah 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 like that, bullshit like that, knowing damn well that children need two
Right, God bless. They'll return the child support dead. I bet you won't do that.
parents, if not more, motherfucker. Like nobody is supposed to be out here taking care of children by themselves. No one. And I know a lot of women out there take pride in that shit. I tell people all the time, I'm not that bitch. I'm sorry. I'm not that single mother that's walking around like Miss Independent and shit with a muscle, talking about some I can do everything a man can do. No. I got a son. I can't teach my son how to be a man. He need a man to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't think that shit. I think men and women are different. I think men bring shit to the table that women can't bring, and I think women bring shit to the table that men can't bring. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we need both. We need each other. Black men and women need each other. But it's like no one, I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to being a single mother and what we are taught to do and how to be, that shit is just so yeah, celibacy, abstinence, do it. Just do it. Uh, Marriage ain't solidified, no connection whatsoever. That shit is not. Mm-mm. Marriage is not solidified. I just said like 20 minutes ago, Solomon Truth TV, that there are women who've been married and once they're divorced, they don't see the fathers of their children anymore. I've said that. Marriage, you have to do marriage the right way. It can't just be any marriage. Eh, we've seen too many divorced people. We've seen too many divorced people for you to be saying that bullshit. Like it's foolish. You see so many, like, I don't know if y'all talk to single mothers, but most of, like I said before, most of the single mothers I know been married before. Like I know that's not everybody's experience, but every single mother I know has been married before or they're married now.
You talk about single mothers that you see online, not your reality. That's the problem. Look into your reality and tell me what you see.
Or they're like in a committed relationship. Out of all of the single mothers I know, I'm the only one celibate and the only one who hasn't been with anybody. I'm the only one. And I'm probably still like that because I purposely been celibate for 8 years. You know what I mean?
No, you just can't get nobody, Sansaray. Nobody is wanting to come in and walk into a extended stay hotel with a 7-year-old running around in his goddamn drawers, most likely shitting on himself. Then the mama don't want to clean shit up. Then she don't want to get her hair done. Then she don't want to wash her ass. That's why you're still celibate.
Had I not purposely done that, then maybe I probably would have been with somebody by now. But I did not want to bring any residue from past relationships onto a new relationship. I definitely didn't want to bring that shit into my marriage. So I had to like take my time. You know what I mean? So I don't, men are abandoning children they had during marriage as well. So I don't, marriage ain't solidifying shit. You just gotta have you just gotta be able to find somebody who genuinely wants to be a father. You know what I mean? I think our brains do operate differently. The women in my family all been married. The only person who ain't been married was my mom.
Mm.
The women in my family, what's common in my family is marriage, but what's also common in my family is divorce. Like my grandma been divorced 3 times. One of my aunts is divorced. Um,
All right, let's skip this.
one of my
This is
my mother the other
regurgitated.
day, I was like, I don't know why you didn't get married. I don't know what you was thinking. And she always talks to me about my father. Like my father was in the military. And when my father start hanging around this other dude in the neighborhood.
Nah, get the fuck up out of here. Your father started hanging around this other dude in the neighborhood, and he was just banging off Kathy because she was a neighborhood demonstration. So stop.
And she always talks about him. His name is Bud. She'd be like,
Yeah, she always talk about Bud because she got some of that Bud from Bud. Your mama always talk about Bud, huh? Bud got some of that too. That's why.
your father started hanging around Bud, and next thing you know, him and Bud started selling dope and running in the streets and doing
Yep. And both of them was banging Kathy.
all these things and all this negative stuff. And then she was talking about how the people in the military tried to save my father, and my father didn't want to be saved. Like they really tried to get him to act right. He didn't. And so he ended up getting like, what do they call it when you get kicked out of the military? He was literally kicked out of the military. And then my father stayed running in them streets to the day he died. He died in them streets. He died in them streets, dealing dope, doing shit he wasn't supposed to be doing in the street. Old ass man. He never left the streets after that. And all he had to, and it was one decision. All he had to do was take his ass back to the military, and he would have had a very, very different life than dealing dope in the street.
So basically, your daddy was a dope fiend. That's what you're saying. Oh, okay.
And so that's why I think when I was telling the story the other day and I was talking about abortion and I was saying I got pregnant by that guy who was beating me, he was a dope dealer, and I got an abortion and that nigga still mad at me to this day. I think the reason why I got an abortion is because I knew the story of my father. I knew that my father was dealing dope.
But I thought you said all abortions that you had done is because the other party wanted you to get the abortions. Now you saying that you made this decision to get an abortion. Oh, okay.
And I knew the lifestyle that he lived and he wasn't helping my mother take care of me. So I felt like this dude wasn't gonna take care of me. But even though he grew up with like both of his parents, like I don't think I've dated a guy who didn't grow up with both his parents.
You don't think, but you got 8 motherfucking engagements, but you don't think. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think every guy I've dated.
Yeah.
It's a 2-parent household and they fucked up. They fucked up. Like it's fucked up people. You know what I mean? So growing up in a 2-parent household don't mean you're gonna be like automatically okay with marriage. You know, you might be a little fucked up still, but you know what I'm saying.
Boy.
Right, T, I agree with you about that. You just said the same thing basically. I was saying studies have shown that Black males having both parents in the house doesn't change their outcome. It's the culture. It's the culture. Why is the culture this way? Why is the culture like this? That's what you got to ask yourself. Why? How did the culture get this way? Why is the culture like this? That's the question.
Yeah. All right. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I'm skipping through this shit too. I'm pulling out the obvious bullshit. A decade of harassment. Can y'all see this? Hold on. Make sure y'all can see this. Yeah, I can see it. All right. Press 1 if you can hear me. Press 1 if you can hear me. So y'all can still hear me before I get to talking. All right, cool. All right. So this bitch sits here and says a decade of harassment. So you said I've been harassing you longer than you've been harassing priests? Oh, okay. That's not true, Sansa. You know, I only been harassing you according to your harassment, the definition of harassment, for 7 years. You've been to a priest for 8. You know what I'm saying? It took me a whole fucking year after I seen this shit was gonna be repetitive with your ass. You know, Fella D, Sean D. Tucker, aka STL for you, target Sansa. Oh, okay. Then she goes on to say, you know what's wild? Living your life, dodging bills. Oh, dodging bills over there. And gluten. Oh, okay. And still somehow being the star of someone else's YouTube series for 10 years straight. I mean, sir, at this point, I'm practically your muse. Oh, okay. And priest, so is your muse and your God. Now, before we get into the meat and mystery of why a grown-ass man has dedicated a decade of twisting my name like a balloon art, let me start with something important, an apology. Oh, now you want to apologize. For over a year now, I have made various videos on social media and accused this man of sending me hateful, excessive emails, sending me a series of disturbing emails for over years. Messages that were cruel, personal, and aimed at triggering pain around deeply sensitive parts of my life, including my role as a mother. Okay. But after looking into this more closely and a mission from the perpetrator, I found those emails did come from him. Yeah, they did. Shit. But if you wanted to blame me, just go ahead. Because I know the fuck I didn't send them. Shit. Bitch, I'd have told you if I'd have sent them. Shit. That was a mistake on my part. I want to sincerely apologize for that. Wasn't him. My bad. Oh, your bad. Oh, okay. I go upside your motherfucking head. Oh, my bad, Sansa. I was wrong, and I own that. He's still being wildly inappropriate with the videos and commentary. But credit where it is due. Not all of it was him. And for that, I owe an apology. Oh, okay. So she gave me a nice little apology. Oh, okay. This blogging is about dragging him. It's about shedding light, telling the truth, and hopefully letting wisdom cut through the weird. Same thing I do with you, Sansaray. The same thing. Showing everybody how you're a scammer, you're a bum, you ain't shit, bitch. You're a motherfucking horrible excuse, a horrible, not excuse, horrible uh, person as a mother. Because accountability is just for other people, and sometimes being the bigger person means admitting when you got it twisted. So she goes on, post this right here with a fellow arrest woman, court date 12/16/2010, guilty plea, class D felony, resisting interfering arrest. Okay, resisting arrest. Once again, the birth date is fucking wrong, but let's let her have it. Now, hold up, folks. Folks complain to me all the time about this man all the time. They do. Why don't you let the people on your panel? I want to see how many people are gonna complain. I really do. Just yesterday, I had to calm someone down who was ready to hot flight from Chattanooga and do something recklessly to me. She got my name typed twice. Well, one of them is correct spelling, the other one is not. So you have somebody from Chattanooga ready hot flight and whoop my ass? Bitch, where he or she is at, I will come to him. That level of energy, way too extreme for me. What Sean does online is foul. Yes, but I don't have time or mental bandwidth to obsess over it. That's honestly why his channel has lasted this long. Oh, resisting arrest for a felony is some nasty work. Oh, okay. All righty. So basically I got resisting arrest. That means I must have injured somebody. Oh, okay. So if I was resisting arrest, that means I must have fucked the police up, Sansaray. God damn. I don't think you want to mess with somebody who, you know what I'm saying, and went at the man. I'm just saying. Fraud or forgery. Know nothing about that. Identity theft. Don't know nothing about that. Property theft. Oh, hold up. I ain't a thief. Unlawful use of a weapon. I never got caught, Sansaray. You know? But, you want to put these new charges on me. Okay, go ahead. It makes you feel better. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people, block him, report the videos, keep it pushing. And they do. But clearly, that hasn't made much of a dent. You know why it hasn't made much of a dent, Sansaray? Because you don't have to block me. I don't even go to accommodate at all. It's a waste of time. Because anything I say, you're going to block me anyway. So it's a waste of time. I've been said that. And mostly everybody over here knows that. But anyway, his content is still floating around like it pays rent. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm trying to help the black community, Sansaray. I'm trying to let the black community know what type of scammer, motherfucking liar, ain't shit bitch you are. Yes. You trying to have black women? I'm trying to have black people. Wow. I know for a fact that at least 100 people have filed complaints. That's a lot of people, Sansaray. You got that many people who filing complaints against me. Y'all need to have a panel one day, Sansaray. But to truly shut it down, I had to get a lawyer, file a whole lawsuit, and a way into a legal jungle. Oh, okay. And let's be real. He crossed into defamatory territory more than once. Libel, slander, it's given not cute. Oh, okay. All righty. So yes, given all that, it made sense why I assumed those awful emails were from him. The tone, the timing, it all lined up. But when I found out who actually sent them, I was floored, shocked. Never would have expected that in a million years. Oh, okay. Says she wrote her folks blog about me in 2019, also known as Sister known as 80 Hours Live Stream, Google Hangouts. Okay. Skip the motor vehicle accident. No. Accident. No. 11/12/1999. 11/12/1999. No. Okay. Misdemeanor class A, for administrative video accident or financial information. Okay. He began using stolen images from my Instagram and Facebook, including photos of my family in these live streams. He also used copyrighted footage from my YouTube channel without permission on his own platform. Okay. So I got a DWI, that's what you said? Assault in the fourth degree, stealing, possession of marijuana. Damn. Okay. First of all, have I drove drugs? Yeah, but I never got no DWI. Assault in the fourth degree. Once again, I never got caught. Stealing, I'm not a thief. Possession of marijuana between 10 and 35 grams. No. Science Ray, you catch me with some motherfucking marijuana. Trust me, it's gonna be a couple of LBs up in there. Yes. But 10 to 35 grams, no. I don't ride around with no shit like that. I'm not trying to talk big. It's just something I just don't do. Peace disturbance or harassment. Well, I probably harass a lot of motherfuckers, Peace disturbance, never. No. He's encouraged people to send us unsolicited and threatening emails and to flood my inbox. Oh, really? Oh, okay. He's rallying individuals who openly despise me, offering them validation while shunning anyone who defends me or holds him accountable. Sounds right. Once again, I have no motherfucking problem dropping this motherfucking link. You can feel free to email me because you're blocked over here. So feel free to email me. But you ain't gonna do that though. Why don't you volunteer to, send me the motherfucking link? I come up to that motherfucker. But you ain't gonna do that though. I get it. He incited dislike mobs to tank my content ratings. Yep, I sure did. Push others to withdraw their support. No, that's not true. No. Anybody that withdrew their support from you, it was their choice. I didn't force them. They'll tell you that. Once again, you drop the link, they'll come up and tell you. And instead, encourage them to hate me. And instead, encourage them to hate me, all while exploiting my name to gain views and subscribers. Sounds right. Let's be honest right here. If I did that just to gain views and subscribers, that means I should have half of the fucking subscribers count that you have. Right or wrong. And I don't even have that. So, once again, this is not true. He has hosted roast sessions where viewers gang up in live chat just to make deceptive and degrading remarks about me. Yes, I have. Goddamn right. I am guilty. He spread rumors about my hold up. I don't spread rumors, Sansaray, about your finances, your hygiene, your parenting, and where you live. Okay, now let's break this down. So that's something I do that you won't do. So you sitting here, finally you sitting here, explaining all this shit, most of all this shit is not true. You know what I'm saying? Shit, 80% of this shit ain't fucking true. But let's break it down. I spread rumors about your finances. First of all, once you come on here begging, bitch, for fucking $5 for fucking gas money, yes, you're pathetic to me. Once you come on this motherfucker begging, bitch, just so a motherfucker help you with your motherfucking room, yes. Your hygiene, if I sit here and I heard one motherfucker say that, Sansaray pussy stinks, I might laugh. Yes. But when you get 2 to 3 to 4 people and maybe 2 of them know each other and the other ones just know of each other or might not know each other, that might be true about you, Sansaray. And then, I take that as a 1. and I take the part two is where I see you come on this motherfucker, rubbing your fucking eye, getting eye crushed out, and that's a sign of a motherfucker who don't like to wash their fucking face. So that tells me you don't like to keep up with your hygiene. So yes, I'm guilty of that. If you want to put it that way, I'm not spreading no rumor. I'm calling it for how I see it and what was said. Parenting. Let's break that down, Sansa Ray. Anytime I see a woman up here counting dicks with her motherfucking daughter, that's a problem to me. It really is. Anytime I see a woman sister let her daughter cuss out another grown man, that's a problem to me. And where you live, okay, this is not rumors. These are facts. Everywhere I found out where you live, bitch, you say that. He's called me names, sent me hateful messages. No, yeah, I think I probably sent you 1 or 2 hateful messages. And even impersonated me online. No, I never did that. I don't think I want to impersonate no bum bitch. Posting in family comments to provoke others into attacking me. Now, if I did, you know what I'm saying, that was upon them, but not to directly attack you. If anything, if I chose to directly attack you, Science Ray, I could easily do that. He's harassed me in live chats, left abusive comments on social media, and manipulated my photos. Yeah, I did that. Yep, sure did. Into offensive graphics. Oh, okay. Let's go to this photo. Let's break it down. That's what we're gonna do over here, Science Ray. Now, this is you, your original picture. Yes, it is. Man, I got money around there. I mean, because basically you're dressed like a fucking stripper. And I got the rat face because that's basically what the fuck you is. You're ready to fucking rat. That's just what it is. Now you saying this is offensive? Is it offensive because you got the rat face? Or is it offensive because of what you got on? Yeah, you make that clear. Alrighty. Got that out the way. Like I said, free for you to email me, Science Ray. I will drop the link. Okay, where I leave off at? Twisted clips from my video to fit his false narrative. No, I never did that, Science Ray. I pick apart from what was said out of your mouth. I didn't twist none of them damn videos. Those are actual videos, that that you're talking on. I never twist no words, none of that. And spoken about me as if he knows me personally. Well, Science Ray, it's called using your fucking brain. Because when you say one thing and you trying to, kind of sugarcoat it, 9 times out of 10, it's not that hard to figure out what you're trying to motherfucking sugarcoat. The harassment is targeted, intentional, and relentless. Oh, what does it say about you when you do preach like that? Sean disguises his content as comedy. Yeah, it is comedy. It is. It's comedy. Like I said, we get a learning lesson out of your ass and a laughing lesson. The 2 L's. Packaging harassment as if it's a part of some fake entertainment show. But this shit is fucking entertaining. It really is. He uses laughter and mocking commentary to mask the real intention. Oh. Okay. Now you see how she flipped this shit? That's why I gotta laugh at this shit, man. He acts like it's all jokes, but there's nothing funny about obsessively stalking someone online. So this is what this says about you, Science Ray. You're doing the same thing. Using their personal photos or videos, you was doing the same thing. Or twisting their content to fit a false, damaging narrative, you did the same thing as well. He pretends it's satire, but it's clear the goal is to humiliate, provoke, and dehumanize me for views and engagement. For one, you humiliate yourself. For 2, if anybody get provoked, it's because the shit you said. Now, the shit that I, that I say, is be, kind of hilarious at times, Dehumanize, you dehumanize your damn self. Do you need me to explain that? Once again, I'll drop the link. Boy. Seriously, I don't know this man from a can of expired spam. Oh, okay. Very funny. He does it on me. Never met me. Couldn't pick me out in the lineup. Yes, the fuck I came with that fake ass motherfucking wig. I said weave. I gave her too much credit saying weave. The fake ass motherfucking wig, the plastic ass wig, and the kicked up ass, cheap ass makeup you got. Yeah, I can. We got 0 degrees of separation, and yet he obsessing like I stole his diary and read it online. That's not just that's not just weird. It's Lifetime movie weird. Oh, okay. And with a rap sheet longer than a CVS receipt. That was funny right there. It's obvious this ain't your average keyboard clown. Oh, okay. Now I'm a keyboard clown. This isn't trolling, it's targeted malice. The sequel. He hides behind parody like it's some kind of invisibly cloak. But really, he just a mean-spirited, no talent creep pulling hate strings and calling it content. Newsflash, what you doing is not comedy. It's stream you need to be 50. Now I need to be 5150. Okay. I need a full straight jacket. Oh my God. Really, Sasha? You trying to say I need to be 5150 before you do? Okay. That's hilarious, man. Wow. God damn. That bitch tried to call me crazy, y'all. Oh shit. Right. She has stalking charges, but she talking someone else charges. Right. Oh my God. Boy, boy, boy. This ain't a skit. It's stalking, and he used it to rally digital pitchforks against someone he's never met. It's creepy. It's calculated, and it's going to be called out for what it is: harassment. Okay. All right, we're gonna go with your, you know what I'm saying, what you wanted to be, Sanskrit. We're gonna call it harassment just so you'll feel better about yourself and, you know, feel like you're really, doing something, you know. Okay. About a week ago, he began posting my address publicly. No, 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 no. That's everybody's address. Matter of fact, Sanskrit, you want to send me a restraining order? That's my address as well. Yeah. Yup. See, if you come up, you know what I'm saying, to the panel, I'll show you that's my address as well. Like, that's not a clear sign of stalking and harassment. On top of that, he uses photos of the building where I live as a thumbnail for his videos about me, implying that he or his followers are moving into the same building. Bitch, we here. We here. Hey, neighbor, we here, Sans Ray. What the fuck you talking about? This all our address. We all in this stay hotel together. That's not just inappropriate. It's threatening. No, no, Sasha, we are here. You know? He treats this like a game, but broadcasting where I live and creating this false narrative around it puts myself at risk. No, 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 Sasha. You know, the police is always around, remember? There's nothing funny, harmless, or acceptable about that kind of behavior. Hold on now. Now, wasn't this the same chick that was putting up folks' houses when she was doxing them, putting their phone numbers out there, putting their social security numbers out there? And look at this shit that she's saying about me. You know? Wow. Let me be clear. If anything happens to me or my child, it will be directly linked to him and the individuals he's encouraged. This also includes certain people from my past, their current circles, or any extended relatives connected to my son, but not to me. Oh, okay. Right. And this goes to show you that this picture right here is old as a motherfucker, Science Ray. So that must tell you that you still got my picture in your motherfucking phone, bitch. But okay. By the time I wrote my first blog entry about him harassing me in 2009, 2019, he has been doing it for 3 years. No, that's not correct, Sans Ray. That means 2016. No, I didn't start in 2016. I believe I started 2018. It was only 1 year. If this was 2019 that you claim. For a while, he tried to frame his harassment as some twisted attempt to protect others. But the truth is, there's nothing I've done to anyone that anyone needs protection from. This isn't activism, it's obsession. He's just another delusional felon who decides to make me his target for reasons that makes no sense. Ah, other than pure fixation. Ah, so let's get this right, Sasha Ray. If this is what you say I'm doing, and if I'm reacting to all your videos, what you're saying right here is basically a reflection of yourself. It really is. Is this what you claim I'm doing? And you saying that's what I'm doing? Basically, this is a reaction to yourself. Where's the lie? What he really needs is a professional mental health support because this behavior is far from normal. Okay. This cyber harassment, cyber harassment and stalking has been going on for almost 10 years. Almost 10 years. Okay. Sean has joined forces with two of my former partners who were both dubious themselves. Mr. Jap and several other content creators who have extensive criminal records together. Now I join forces with Jap. Okay. Together, they obsessively stalk and harass me across multiple social media platforms on nearly daily basis. Uh, then try to convince everyone that I'm not the victim. Yet they can't produce any tangible proof or receipts of me actually causing them or anyone harm. Oh, okay. They just have a difference in opinion in relation to what I post on social media, which doesn't warrant me being harassed and stalked for years. Everyone has an opinion. Why feel so passionately about mine when it doesn't affect your real life or the people in your real life? Okay. Taking feelings on taking feelings off social media and use them to try to harm me and my child. Oh, now you include your child. It's extremely dangerous. Despite others warning Sean about his disturbing obsession, he continues to create live streams filled with baseless accusations, calling me a scammer. Yes, you are. A stalker, yeah, and a bum bitch. Yes, you are. And even in the past, accused me of pedophilia without shut. No, I never said that shit. What the fuck you talking about, bitch? The fuck I ain't never call you no pedophile. These claims aren't just defamatory, they are ramblings of someone clearly unwell. In one live stream, he screen shared Zillow while falsely claiming a property in Sacramento was my residence. Oh, okay. It wasn't Sacramento either. Based solely on a collage I posted of my home's interior. I live in San Francisco during that time. No, you didn't stay in. You never stayed in no San Francisco, bitch. Stop lying. The fact that a man I've never met, is scoring real estate sites and location apps to track me down is terrifying and confirms that he is actually cyber stalking me. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's about me right there. Okay. Look at that science, Ray. Fly as a motherfucker. Right on. Let me see. He has made slanderous statements about my finances, falsely accused me of doxing people on this blog when I only share public records or proof of harassment, mocks my sexuality, celibacy, spirituality, and belittle my content that's mean to support single parents. Oh, okay. Let's set the record straight. Let the record show. I do not speak about him. I do not harass him. I barely acknowledge his content. But like I stated earlier, at least 100 people have come to me complaining about him. I never disrespect his family or created content targeting him. Oh, okay. He lies to the public, then calls me a liar. Remember, I never met this man. All I do is document his harassment and provide receipts. Meanwhile, they continue to terrorize and lie about me to cover their tracks. What tracks I'm trying to cover, Sansaray? Much of his our content has been reported to YouTube, and some has already been removed. More removals are expected to follow further review. If you have any information that can help me report this man to local authorities, please email me at sansaray@gmail.com. So this is what I want everybody to do. I want everybody to use their dummy accounts. I want y'all to email her my address. I'm going to put it right now in the what you call it. So whenever y'all get time, use your dummy accounts and let her know that's where she can serve me at right there. And I'll go to the front desk and pick the restraining order up with no problem. Matter of fact, I will meet the person there to pick the restraining order up at any given time. Just let me know when it's going to be delivered. You know, yes, that's where I'm at right now. Sounds right. So you want to give me served? That's where I'm at. That's my address right there. So you don't have to sit here and ask everybody about my address. Sir, my address is right there. Yeah, get a job and here's his address. Just tell her that right there. STL is now a good prospect for her because she recently saw his new place. Right? Yeah, yeah. So email her that address right there. Like, hey, sounds right. That's where you can find him at, right here. You know. Now come down the front desk and I will pick my mail up. You know what I'm saying, and get served. All right. I need his place of residence so I can file a restraining order against him. It's unfortunate. I've said on plenty of occasions that I do not have any problem with anyone online or off. I'm pretty easy to deal with, but even I have limits. Oh, okay. But you easy to deal with. Okay. I believe his goal is to intimidate me through his future motives remain unclear. Oh, okay. Sounds great. If you was to stop lying, stop scamming, stop begging, I won't be able to motherfucker sit here and tell everybody how you are. You know? Then I'll be lying. Oh, she's not scamming no more. Oh, she's not lying no more. You know? He's one of those who harasses me privately, hiding behind fake profiles and aliases. No, 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 that's not true, Sounds great. Yet desperately doesn't want to be exposed publicly. Oh, okay. This man even has pictures of my son on his YouTube channel. Sick behavior. See? Yeah, that right there sounds right. If I did show his picture, that because it was never, talking about your son. So you can stop with that one. Just stop right there with that one. I tried to ignore him, but after a decade of nonstop attacks, it's clear he's not backing down anytime soon. Sounds like you, don't it? A whole 8 years of attacks. You know what I'm saying, against priests. It sounds like you're not trying to back down no time soon. People who engage in relentless harassment and stalking often do it out of toxic mixed obsession, insecurity, and the desires for control. Wow. Sounds like you, don't it, Sansaray? When someone fixates on another person, especially from a distance, it can give them false sense of power, just like you. Like they're influencing or dominating someone's life without consequences. Sounds just like you. This behavior often masks deeper issues like unresolved anger, jealousy, or mental health struggles. Sounds just like you. Wow. This right here, what you type, Sansaray, you need to read this to yourself. You really do. I mean, out of all this other shit, I'm funny, fabricated up, this shit right here, you know what I'm saying, is like the realest shit. It really is. This shit is describing you. It really is. And I'm not being funny. Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Then it says some harassment. Hold on. Let me email this person back right quick. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me see this text. Hold on. Hold on, bro, right quick. All right. She had a little Tarzan half naked on her live. They covered and hurt hurt her hurt her heart. Okay. All right, hold on. But like I said, this shit right here sounds like you. Some use some use harassment as a way to boost their own self-esteem by turning down others. Oh, okay. Boy. All right. I said, I'm not gonna read all this shit. Okay. Oh. After Shine and others posted my address online, I was forced to uproot my life and move at least 24 times across California in the 8 years I've been here. Every time they reveal where I stayed, my safety, my peace were shattered. I became a constant target, never truly able to settle or feel secure in my own home. That ends now. I'm done running. You done running your rat? Okay, this time I'm not moving until I decide it's time. Bitch, you can't. The fuck you mean? You can't move. All the other times I left, this time it's different. Oh man, boy, I tell you, boy, when shit backfire on you, Sanshray, is a motherfucker, ain't it? Boy. When shit backfire on you, is a motherfucker, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it, Sanshray? Oh, she's listening. Just let me email me if you want me to drop that link, Sanshray. Right, God bless. Nah, she pushed me back. This shit is hilarious, y'all. It really is. It's like, damn, she described herself to a T in that paragraph. But when it's done to her, she don't like it. She doesn't like it. Y'all, I just Googled Britt Franklin and it's a real person. Looks like Ray Rao. Hold on. She lived in a car. She had to move security and forced loitering in parking lots. Wow. Right line 22 times in 8 years. She had to move. That's what she's saying. That's a lot of motherfucking time in 8 years, Sasha Ray. But if you want to sit here and say, you had to move 24 times across California because of the internet, oh, okay. Which is a lie. But so if you think you can come near me with your foolishness, know this. I'm prepared. I learned to protect myself. Sharpen my boundaries and stand my ground. Oh, okay. Shit. All right, Gangster Ray. Gangster Rat. Okay. Your presence won't be welcome. And your interaction with me definitely won't be pleasant. I'm not scared. I'm not the scared target you once harassed. I'm someone who refuses to be intimidated anymore. If you come at me, be ready to face the consequences. Oh, shit. Boy. I'm done being the victim of your obsession and cruelty. This is my life, and I have control over it, and you do not. Mess with me now, and you'll find out quickly that I'm not someone to be toyed with. I don't know why people keep trying to wake up some kind of monster in me for entertainment purposes, but I keep to myself, speak my truth about my life, empower people, and share my opinions. Nothing I do constitute this constitute his kind of response and cruelty. It's not that deep. Wow. Damn. Boy. Even if his actions were originally about protecting others, he claimed, I wouldn't leave alone. That reasoning no longer holds up, if it ever did. Ah, okay. Peak game. The truth is, I moved on. I don't speak on or interact with any of those individuals, and they do not speak on me either. There's no back and forth, no ongoing drama with anyone he claims I have such a problem with. So if this was ever about defending anyone, that chapter has long since closed. Oh my God. See, that part right there, y'all. Let me go back to the oh. So right, BZ. But that part I just read right there, she knows what all this was truly about. That's why she wrote that. You said who's reading that blog? Shit, who knows? Shit. But she knows what all this is about, y'all. She really does. She knows that all this fuck shit that she did has came back on her. She has nowhere to run, you know, because she can't. But she, you know, it's like she she's trying to talk tough, like she gonna do something, but she ain't. We know that. But all this shit you did to folks all this time. Now, when you're in a stuck position, Sansa Ray, you want to talk hard at that on top of that, and then you want to sit here and kind of fold up at the same time. You know, I'm seeing right through this bullshit. Just like you can see the real reason why everybody has been exposing you all this time. You know why. You know why. You don't even have enough money to move 22 times. Oh, she's so victimized. Right. You know, she's trying to play herself as a victim, but at the same time, she knows why we were doing all these videos about her. If you notice, she used to always say, I don't know why they talking about me. She knows why. She knows that we were exposing her lies and her bullshit. You know, it's the end of the line for Ray. Right. Exactly. Hilarious. So that's why she said this last part. She's not fucking stupid, y'all. She knew all this time that we were exposed to her for all her bullshit. She knows that we were telling the truth about her in the pre-situation. She knows all that. She really does. You said the RO really hurt. Oh yeah, the court. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that definitely hurt her. You know, she ain't gonna admit to it. You know what I'm saying? But once again, we'd have seen her play the same role like it don't hurt her, but she come back with some bullshit. It's the thing about her. It's just what it is. You know. So, like I said, when I just read that right there, it goes to show me that you knew why we were doing it and saying all this shit all this time, Sansa Ray. You know, wasn't nothing intentionally to sit here and harass you. We just called out your bullshit, your scams, and your lies. You are pissed off that, you know what I'm saying, that we uncovered it. Because think about something. If we went there to still, you know what I'm saying, be on top of our head about this and then, show a word to others, she'd have had a whole new over there doing the same shit. This is her life. This is what she does. Seriously, think about it. Look at her track record. All she could do is come on her and just, you know what I'm saying, the bed. It took her a whole day to take down videos of priests. Right. But on her way out, she's flagging videos because she's mad. I heard about her flag your video, Sean. She flagged to him over here. I ain't give a fuck, Sasha Ray. Because once again, my story gonna remain the same. It's not gonna change up for what? I don't know how to fabricate shit. Everybody knows over here is shit. Everything's been consistent. That's one thing you can't say about yourself. All right, let me see. And yet, despite that, all that, he still obsessively posted about me. Just yesterday, he uploaded another piece of content sitting around me, unsolicited, unwanted, and clearly malicious, that proved this was never about those other people. It's not about justice or accountability. It's not even about me doing anything to him or anyone else. It's about him, his unhealthy fixation, his need for attention. Wow. And his ongoing harassment. Wow. Okay. See, now you want to, throw this in, what I'm saying, to basically, kind of throw shots. I get it. I get it. This man is using false pretenses to justify his behavior that's rooted in obsession, not concern. Okay. So this never about concern, Sasha Ray. If no concern was in it, let me say that it's not obsession, but the not concern, no concern, not concern part. That's a lie. I am concerned. I'm concerned for that boy's well-being because every time we see him, we know what the fuck we looking at. He goes around. You don't fucking comb his hair. You don't wash his ass. He's sitting over there shitting on himself. That's a concern, Sasha Ray. It really is. You can sit here, write all this shit right here. But all this time you wrote this shit, Sasha Ray, you could have been training him how to sit on the toilet for 45 minutes. That way, when it's time for him to go, he'll know where to go. All the shit you just wrote right here. Whatever excuses he may try to spin, the facts show that he continues to target me even after all supposed reasons for doing so no longer exist. Once again, so you really see, what I'm saying, what this truly was about, Sasha Ray. You ain't stupid, but you the one that's spinning this shit. You want to call it harassment? Okay, you call it that. But once again, if I'm reacting to you, that shows a reflection of what you're doing as well. Then she said, that's not protection, that's stalking. Oh, okay. All righty. Let's go with that. Yeah, she's still right. God damn, it's got to be over an hour worth of shit. Okay. That's what she wrote about the judge. People, once again, shit, I don't know why I fucking congested up and shit. This bitch, what I'm saying, she's not fucking stupid. She really not. She, like I said, she plays stupid for sympathy. That's what she does. So this is everything she does is very intentional. From the begging to the scams, all that. For instance, just like last year, she's sitting there planning a fucking extravagant birthday party, knowing goddamn well she's living in her car. Who does that? Who does that, Sasha Ray? You planning a fucking extravagant birthday party while living in your fucking car. You wasn't planning on having no motherfucking birthday party. You were planning to scam somebody, hoping they'll buy a pre-sale ticket. That's what you were hoping to do. So we called it out. Man, nobody entertained the fact anyway. Because I know they see, everything they've seen they was looking at. It's like, God damn, bitch. How you gonna plan some extravagant party and looking like that? Then it shit sounds too good to be fucking true. Right, Stacy. I feel you. There's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, she's just trying to make it seem like we talking negative about a child and all that. And it's not true. Now, like I said, I ain't gonna need none of that other shit where it be because she making this shit what she wants it to be. But once again, in that little paragraph I wrote right there, she basically described what she was doing and what she's doing. Basically, what she's doing. Wow. She not only looks like a Tasmanian devil, she's spiraling out of control just like them. Yeah. But like I said, it's a pattern with this chick. She's not gonna stop. She's not. She said claims she's gonna stop, but she's not. As y'all see, I'll go live probably once a week for the most part. I sit back and I see this shit. It be the same bullshit with her. Same pattern. Yeah, we see it, Ray. You don't, but we do. You know, people called it out. That once she came back acting like she wasn't bothered, she started talking about the judge. Then, oh, I'm just, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Then come back, oh, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that. But then decides to sit here and Google this man up, everything negative she could find about him. You know? There it is. Same pattern. She did this shit before. And she is stupid. She really is. Look at the shit she was saying today. Shit ain't make no damn sense. None whatsoever. Exactly. A person who is relying on on strangers online to pay for her party, like we supposed to put a roof over her head and pay for just these therapies she never takes him to, that Medicaid and his father pays for. Right. It's basically the motherfucker for her. All this shit. Put money in her pockets. That room is fucking paid for, y'all. All the money that was going over there was to be in her pocket so she could have some money. As you can see what she did. Bought a fucking wig, bought some new makeup, and bought a motherfucking TikTok mic. Oh, and have Instacart delivered to her. That's all she been doing. What did she do? Oh, she called herself Dox Me again. And I know I already knew what this was about. I already knew when she when somebody hit me up earlier. I already knew it was why she did it. She said it basically right there to what you call it. She knew the motherfucking address is up. That's why she's sit there talking gangster, but at the same time trying to fold in two pieces. You know what I'm saying? Come on, anybody approach her. You know, like, come on, Sanjay, really? You ain't gonna do shit. You gonna run the fuck up out of here. Okay. Other than that, we're gonna wrap it up. We got what, 2 hours and 24 minutes left. Most likely we're gonna go live next week unless needed. So Sanjay, I know you was in here, but once again, I had no problem dropping the link. None whatsoever. But like I said, it's mighty strange now that the tables turn on you in all types of ways. Don't y'all see that? Tables turned on her quick. Real quick. And she uses kids to leech off stupid mental. Right. Yeah, we seen that coming as well. Yeah, we seen a lot of this shit coming. But like I said, this is just who she is. But until then, everybody stay up.